The metal doors of the holding cell opened with a loud bang. Teho looked up from where he sat on the cold floor. His left side still hurt badly from the plasma burns he got 3 days ago. The burns covered his arm and part of his chest. Were red and angry looking. "Get up, human," said the guard. The guard was tall and had green skin. His voice was rough and mean. Time to fight. Teho stood up slowly. Every move hurt. The burns pulled at his skin when he moved. But he had learned not to show pain. These aliens liked it when their prisoners showed fear or pain. "I can barely walk," Teho said. "How can I fight?" The guard laughed. It was an ugly sound. "That is not my problem. The rich ones want to see you fight. They think you will lose quickly." Teho was pushed down a long hallway. The walls were made of metal and had no windows. Bright lights hung from the ceiling. Other prisoners looked out from behind bars as he walked past. Some were human like him. Others were aliens he had never seen before. The hallway ended at a big room. This room was very different from the prison cells. The floor was covered with soft carpet. The walls were painted gold. Big chairs sat around a circular area in the middle. This was the arena where fighters had to battle. Rich aliens sat in the chairs. They wore expensive clothes and had jewelry on their arms and necks. Teho could see they were from many different planets. Some had fur, others had scales. A few had extra arms or strange-colored skin. "Look at the human," said one alien. He was fat and had purple skin. He can barely stand up. "Perfect," said another. This one was thin and had 4 eyes. Easy money today. Teho was led to a small cage near the arena. From here, he could see and hear everything. Yes. The aliens were talking loudly about betting. They were making wagers on who would win the fights. A female alien walked between the rich ones. She carried a tray with drinks. Her skin was blue and seemed to glow softly. She was beautiful, but Teho could see sadness in her eyes. She wore a metal collar around her neck. "More wine, Lord Kilsu?" she asked one of the aliens. Lord Kilsu was bigger than the others. His skin was dark red and he had sharp teeth. He wore many gold rings and a cape made of fur. He looked at the blue-skinned female like she was a thing, not a person. "Yes, Biora," he said, "and be quick about it." Biora poured wine into his cup. Teho noticed her hands were shaking a little. She was scared. "Attention, everyone," shouted a voice. A new alien walked into the room. He was shorter than the others and had gray skin. His name was Woojin, and he ran the fights. "Today we have special entertainment. A human gladiator will fight in our tournament." The rich aliens clapped and made excited noises. "But wait," said Woojin. "This human is injured. Look at those burns. He can barely move. Surely he will lose quickly." "How quickly?" asked Lord Kilsu. "I give him 2 minutes," said the fat purple alien. 1 minute, said another. They all laughed. Teho felt anger rise in his chest. These aliens thought he was weak. They thought humans were easy to beat. He had heard this before. It was always the same story. "I have an idea," said Lord Kilsu. He stood up and walked to the center of the room. "Let us make this interesting. I will bet something special." "What do you mean?" asked the 4-eyed alien. Lord Kilsu pointed at Bora. "If the human wins the whole tournament, I will set my slave free. But if he loses, whoever wins the bet gets her." Biora dropped her tray. The cups fell to the floor and broke. Her blue skin became even more pale. "You cannot be serious," she said. Her voice was quiet and scared. "I am very serious," said Lord Kilsu. "This human will not last 5 minutes. In the first fight, it is easy money." The other rich aliens started talking all at once. They were excited about this new bet. "I want in," said the purple alien. "Me too," said another. "Count me in," said a third. Soon, all the rich aliens were making bets. They were betting money, ships, and even other slaves. All because they thought Teho would lose. Teho looked at Biora. She was looking back at him. Her eyes were full of fear, but also something else. She was hoping he might actually win. Woojin walked over to Teho's cage. Did you hear that? Human? They are betting everything on you losing. Even that pretty slave girl, I heard, said Taeho. Does it make you angry? Asked Wu, Jin. Taeho was quiet for a moment. Then he looked up at Wu Jin. These aliens think. Humans are weak. They think we give up easily. They have never learned the truth about us. What truth? Humans fight hardest when we have nothing left to lose, and when we are protecting someone else. Wu Jin raised his eyebrows. It's interesting. But you are badly hurt. Look at those burns. I know, said Taeho. But I have been hurt before. Pain is just a feeling. It does not have to stop you from doing what needs to be done. Biora walked closer to the cage. She looked around to make sure no one was watching. Then she spoke very quietly. My name is Biora, she said. I was a healer on my home planet before they took me. I'm Taeho, he replied. I was a soldier before they captured me. Can you really win? She asked. Taeho looked at her sad, hopeful face. Then he looked at the rich aliens who were still making their bets. They were laughing and drinking wine. They thought this was all a game. I do not know, he said honestly. But I promise you this. I will fight harder than I have ever fought before. These aliens are about to learn something about humans. What? We do not know how to quit. Biora smiled for the first time. It was a small smile, but it made her blue skin glow brighter.
80.
First fight starts in 1 hour, called Wu Jin. Place your final bets now. The rich aliens cheered and drank more wine. They were so sure they would win. They had no idea what was coming. Taeho sat back down in his cage. He closed his eyes and tried to ignore the pain from his burns. He needed to save his strength. The tournament was about to begin, and Biora's freedom depended on him winning. He had never felt more determined in his life. Taeho was taken back to his cell after the betting finished. The metal door closed with a loud clang. He was not alone in the cell. Another prisoner sat in the corner. This alien looked old and tired. His skin was gray and covered with scars.
Oh, you?
Are the human they are betting on? Said the alien. His voice was deep and rough. Yes, said Taeho. Who are you? My name is Hyan Wu. I've been fighting in these arenas for 6 years. I have seen many fighters come and go. Taeho sat down across from Hyan Wu. Tell me about the tournament. What should I expect? Hyan Wu looked at Taeho's burns. You are hurt badly. Why did they put you in the tournament?
Oh.
The rich aliens. Think I will lose quickly. They made big bets against me. Ah, said Hyan Wu. They want easy money. But you do not look like you will give up easily. I cannot give up. A slave girl's freedom depends on me winning. Hyan Wu nodded slowly. Love makes fighters dangerous. Or stupid. We will see which one you are. Tell me about the tournament, said Taeho again. 5 fights over 3 days, said Hyan Wu. Each fight gets harder. The first fight is tomorrow morning. You will fight one opponent. If you win, you rest for 6 hours. Then you fight again. What about the other fights? Second fight is against animals or beasts. Third fight is against someone with special powers. Fourth fight is an endurance test. You fight until you drop or your enemy does. In the 5th fight, Hyan Wu was quiet for a long time. The 5th fight is against their champion. No one has beaten him in 2 years. Taeho felt his stomach drop. What makes him so special? He is not natural. They changed his body with machines and chemicals. He is faster and stronger than any normal being, but he can still be beaten. Maybe, but not by someone who is already hurt like you are. Before Taeho could answer, the cell door opened again. A small robot rolled in. It looked like a metal box with arms and a head. The head had 2 glowing blue eyes. I am so young, said the robot. Her voice sounded female and gentle. I am here to check your injuries. Since when do they care about keeping prisoners healthy? Asked Hyan Wu. They want the human to last at least through the first fight, said Sao Young. Dead fighters do not make good entertainment. Choyoung rolled over to Taeho. Her metal arms moved gently as she looked at his burns. She had special tools that scanned his body. These burns are very bad, she said, but that is not the worst problem. What do you mean? Asked Taeho. The plasma damaged your inside organs too. Your liver and 1 kidney are not working well. You should be in a medical center, not preparing to fight. Ah, da! Tahoe felt cold fear in his stomach. How long do I have? Without treatment? Maybe 2 weeks? With fighting and stress? Maybe less? Hyenwu whistled low. The rich ones do not know how hurt you really are. Good, said Tahoe. Let them keep thinking I am just burned on the outside. So Young tilted her metal head. You want to hide how sick you are? Yes. If they know the truth, they might cancel the tournament. Then Biora will never get her chance at freedom. Biora, asked So Young, the blue slave girl. Lord Kilsu bet her freedom on me losing. So Young was quiet for a moment. Her blue eyes seemed to glow brighter. I know Bora. She is kind to the medical robots. She treats us like we have feelings. Can you help me? Asked Tahoe. I am not supposed to give extra treatment to prisoners, but I do not like seeing good beings suffer. So Young reached into a small compartment in her chest. She pulled out some pills and a small tube of medicine. These pills will help with the pain. The cream will help your burns heal faster. But they will only help a little. Tahoe took the medicine. Thank you. Do not thank me yet. Still have to survive 5 fights. After So Young left, Tahoe and Hyenwu talked more about fighting. Hyenwu told him about different types of weapons and armor. He explained the rules of the arena. Da-da-da-da. Most important thing, said Hyenwu, is to never let them see your real strength until you need it. Make them think you are weaker than you are. I am weaker than I should be, said Tahoe. Maybe, but humans are different from other species. I have fought 3 humans before. You do not give up when you should. You keep fighting when your body says to stop. Did the humans you fought win? 2 of them died, but they took their enemies with them. The 3rd one won, but he was not hurt like you are. Later that night, Tahoe could not sleep. His burns hurt too much. He heard footsteps. In the hallway outside, someone was walking very quietly. A soft voice whispered through the bars of his cell. Tahoe, are you awake? It was Biora. She was standing in the shadows outside his cell. I am awake, he whispered back. I brought you something. She pushed a small package through the bars. Food and water, the good kind, not the prison food. Took the package. Thank you. But why are you helping me? If they catch you, Lord Kilsu will beat me. But he beats me anyway when he is angry or drunk. At least this time, it would be for a good reason. Tell me about yourself, said Tahoe. You said you were a healer. Biora sat down near the bars. On my planet, I helped sick children get better. I could feel their pain and help heal them with my mind. But then the slavers came. They took many of us. How long have you been Lord Kilsu's slave? 3 years. He bought me because I am pretty, and because I can read minds a little bit. He uses me to spy on his business partners during meetings. You can read minds. Only a little. And only when people have very strong feelings, like fear or anger or ... hope. Tahoe understood. You can feel that I want to help you. Yes, and I can feel something else. You're not as weak as you look. There is something strong inside you, something that burns hotter than those plasma wounds. What is it? Anger. You are very angry at the aliens who think humans are weak. You want to prove them wrong. Tahoe was quiet for a moment. She was right. He was angry. Not just at Lord Kilsu, but at all the aliens who had captured humans and treated them like animals. Can you read the minds of the other aliens? He asked. Sometimes Lord Kilsu is easy to read. He thinks you will die in the first fight. He is already planning what to do with the money he wins. What about the others? They are all confident. But I sense one of them is worried. The fat purple one called Daksu. He has seen humans fight before. He knows you might be more dangerous. Then you look good to know. Biora stood up. I have to go back before someone notices I am gone. But Tahoe, yes? Thank you for trying to save me. Even if you lose, no one has ever tried to help me before. After she left, Tahoe ate the food she brought. It was much better than prison food. It gave him strength. Hyenwu had been pretending to sleep. Now he opened his eyes. That girl cares about you, he said. "Ah, she barely knows me. Sometimes that does not matter. Sometimes hope is enough." Teho lay down on his hard bed. Tomorrow the fighting would begin. 5 fights stood between Biora and her freedom. His body was damaged and weak. The odds were against him. But Hyenwu was right about one thing. Humans did not give up when they should. And Teho had never wanted to win anything more in his life. The morning came too fast. Teho woke up when bright lights turned on in his cell. His burns still hurt, but the medicine Soyoung gave him helped a little. He felt stronger after eating Biora's food. "It's time for your first fight," said the green-skinned. "Guard, get up." Teho stood slowly. He made sure to act like he was in more pain than he really was. Let them think he was weak. Hyenwu grabbed his arm as he walked past. "Remember what I told you? Do not show your real strength too early." "I remember," said Teho. The guard led him through the metal hallways again. This time, they went a different way. They ended up in a small room with weapons hanging on the walls. Swords, clubs, and other fighting tools were displayed there. "Your weapon?" said the guard. Teho looked at all the choices. Most of the weapons were big and heavy. It would be hard to use with his injured arm. But then he saw something that made him smile. A simple metal rod about as long as his arm. It was not fancy, but it would work. "This one," he said, picking up the rod. The guard laughed. "That is not even a real weapon. Are you sure?" "I am sure." They walked to another door. Through the door, Teho could hear the voices of the rich aliens. They were excited and loud. "Your opponent is waiting," said the guard. "His name is Daejin. He has won 12 fights. You will be number 13 for him." The door opened. Teho walked into the arena. The rich aliens were sitting in their chairs, drinking and talking. When they saw him, some of them started laughing. "Look how he walks," said Lord Kilsu. "An old man? And what kind of weapon is that?" asked the fat purple alien named Doksu. A stick, Boar, was standing near Lord Kilsu's chair. She looked at Teho with worried eyes. He gave her a small nod to let her know he was ready. On the other side of the arena stood Daejin. He was huge. Teho had never seen anything like him. Daejin was almost 3 meters tall. His skin looked like it was made of stone. Thick armor. Plates covered his chest and arms. In his hands, he held a massive warhammer. "Fighters, prepare," shouted Wu Jin. "This is a fight to the death or surrender. The fight ends when one fighter cannot continue." Daejin stepped forward. Made the ground shake. "Human, you should surrender now. I did not want to hurt someone who is already broken." "Thank you for the offer," said Teho. "But I have to decline." The rich aliens laughed at this. They thought Teho was making a joke. "Begin," shouted Wu Jin. Daejin raised his huge hammer and charged forward. He moved fast for someone so big. The hammer came down where Teho had been standing. But Teho was not there anymore. Teho had rolled to the side. His burns hurt when he moved, but he ignored the pain. Daejin's hammer hit the ground and made a big crack in the floor. "Stay still, little human," said Daejin. "Make this quick." Daejin swung his hammer sideways. Teho ducked under it. The hammer passed over his head by just a few centimeters. "He is just running away," said one of the aliens in the crowd. Boring. But Doksu was watching more carefully. "Wait, look at how he moves. Those burns should make him slow. But he is moving like he is not hurt at all." Teho kept dodging Daejin's attacks. Each time, he learned something new about his opponent. Daejin was strong and fast, but he got tired quickly. The heavy hammer and armor were wearing him down. "Fight me," roared Daejin. "Stop running." Teho saw his chance. Daejin was breathing hard now. Sweat was running down his stone-like skin. The next time Daejin swung his hammer, Teho did not dodge. Instead, he stepped forward. The hammer passed behind him now. He was very close to Daejin. Too close for the big alien to use his hammer properly. Teho swung his metal rod. It hit Daejin in the knee, right where the armor plates did not cover. Daejin cried out in pain and dropped to one knee. Before Daejin could get up, Teho hit him again, this time in the side of the head. Daejin fell forward and did not get up. The arena was completely quiet. No one had expected the fight to end like this. "Winner, the human Tahoe," announced Wu Jin. The rich aliens were not laughing anymore. They looked worried. "Lucky hit," said Lord Kilsu. "Will not happen again." But Tahoe could see doubt. In his eyes, guards came to take Tahoe back to his cell. As he walked past the aliens, he heard them talking in worried voices. Their easy money was not looking so easy anymore. Back in his cell, Haiyan Wu was waiting. "I heard the cheering stop very suddenly," said Haiyan Wu. "Did you win?" "Yes. How do you feel?" Tahoe sat down. Now that the fight was over, the pain was coming back, like I got hit by a truck, but I am alive. "Good. Rest now. Your second fight is in 6 hours." Tahoe tried to sleep, but his burns were hurting again. After an hour, So Young came to his cell. "I heard you won," she said. "How are your injuries?" "They hurt more now." So Young scanned him with her tools. "The fighting made them worse, but not as bad as I thought they would be. Can you give me more medicine?" "A little." She gave him 2 more pills. "But be careful. Too much medicine will make you slow." "What is my next opponent?" "Not an opponent. Opponents you will fight. A pack of cyber wolves. They are hunting animals with metal parts added to make them stronger." Tahoe felt his stomach drop. "How many?" 3 wolves. They work together as a team. They are very smart." After Sa Young left, Tahoe thought about the next fight. Wolves were pack hunters. They would try to surround him. His metal rod would not be very good against 3 fast enemies. That night, Biora came to his cell again. She looked more hopeful than before. "I felt Lord Kilsu's mind during your fight," she whispered. "He was scared when you won." "He did not." "Expect it. What about the other aliens?" "Most of them are still confident, but a few are starting to worry. Doxu bet a lot of money against you. He is getting nervous." "Good. What can you tell me about the cyberwolves?" "I have seen them fight before. They are fast and mean, but they have one weakness." "What?" "The metal parts in their bodies can be hurt by electricity. There are power cables under the arena floor. If you can break one, the electricity might hurt them," finished Tahoe. "That is good to know." "There is something else," said Biora. "I heard the guards talking." "What?" "There is another human prisoner here. Her name is Su Bin. She has been here for 2 months. "Where is she?" "In the women's prison section. She wanted me to tell you something." "What?" "Be careful of the arena floor. There are hidden traps, spots that will open up and drop you into pits. She learned about them the hard way." "Thank you. That could save my life," Tahoe said Bora quietly. "When you fought today, I felt something from you. You were not just fighting Dejin. You were fighting for all the humans who have been captured and hurt." She was right. Tahoe had been thinking about every human who had been taken as a slave. Every human who had been treated like an animal by these aliens. "Yes," he said, "I was." "That anger makes you strong, but do not let it make you careless." After Biora left, Tahoe lay down again. The second fight would be much harder than the first. 3 cyber wolves working together would be dangerous. But he had new information now. Hidden traps in the floor. Power cables that could be weapons. The rich aliens thought they were watching a simple gladiator fight. They did not understand what they had actually started. They challenged a human who had nothing left to lose. And now that human was learning their secrets and getting stronger. Tomorrow would show them what a big mistake they had made. 6 hours passed too quickly. Tahoe woke up when the guards came for him. His body felt heavy and tired. The medicine was wearing off, and his burns hurt worse than before. "Second fight time," said the guard. "Hope you are ready for something different." This time, Tahoe was led to a different weapon room. The walls were covered with electric weapons and nets. He picked up a long spear with a metal tip. It would keep the wolves away from his body. "Smart choice," said the guard. "We'll need the reach." The arena looked different now. The floor had been changed. There were more cracks and lines in it. Tahoe remembered what Subin had said about hidden traps. He would have to be very careful where he stepped. The rich aliens were quieter today. They were still betting, but not as loudly as before. Tahoe could see worry on some of their faces. "Do not look so nervous," Lord Kilsu told the others. Unlucky win does not make him a champion. Animals are different from fighting one big, slow opponent. But Daksu was studying Taeho carefully. Look at how he moves. Those burns should make him weak. But he walks like a soldier. Biora was serving drinks again. When she walked past Taeho, she whispered very quietly. Third section of floor. Power cables underneath. Taeho nodded slightly to show he heard. Release the wolves, shouted Woojin. 3. Doors opened on the other side of the arena. The cyberwolves came out slowly. They were beautiful and terrible at the same time. Their bodies were sleek and muscular, but parts of them had been replaced with metal. Their eyes glowed red. Sharp. Metal claws clicked on the floor. The wolves spread out immediately. They were smart. One went left, one went right, and one stayed in the middle. They were going to surround him. Begin, shouted Woojin. The middle wolf attacked first. It jumped high, aiming for Taeho's throat. Taeho raised his spear and caught the wolf on the metal tip. The wolf yelped and fell back, but it was not badly hurt. The other two wolves attacked from the sides. Taeho spun around, using his spear to keep them away. But he was moving backwards now. Soon he would be trapped against the wall. Finish him, yelled Lord Kilsu. Easy money. But Taeho was not panicking. He was thinking. The wolves were fast. But they attacked in patterns. It took turns, never all attacking at once. And they were being careful about the floor too. They knew about the traps. The left wolf jumped at him again. This time, Taeho did not try to stab it. Instead, he hit it with the side of his spear, knocking it toward the third section of the floor. The wolf landed hard on a metal plate. Immediately, there was a loud cracking sound. Sparks flew up from under the floor. The wolf howled as electricity ran through its metal parts, fell down and did not get up. One down, Taeho said to himself. The other two wolves were more careful now. They had seen what happened to their packmate. But they were also angry. Their red eyes glowed brighter. They attacked together this time. Taeho could not block both of them with his spear. One wolf grabbed the spear in its metal teeth and tried to pull it away. The other wolf jumped at his injured side. Taeho let go of the spear and rolled away. The wolf's claws missed his face by inches. But now he had no weapon. The aliens in the crowd were cheering. They thought the fight was over. Now he dies, said Lord Kildashsu. But Taeho was not done. He picked up a piece of broken metal from the floor. It was sharp and heavy. When the next wolf attacked, he was ready. The wolf jumped at him. Taeho stepped to the side and swung the metal piece. It hit the wolf in the head right where the metal parts met the natural parts. The wolf crashed to the floor and did not move. Now only one wolf was left. It was the biggest one. It looked at its two dead packmates and howled with rage. All the intelligence was gone from its eyes now. It just wanted to kill. The wolf charged. Straight at Taeho. No tricks, no strategy. Just pure anger. Tae-Ho was ready. At the last second, he dropped to one knee and held up the sharp metal piece. The wolf could not stop in time. It ran right into the metal, and the sharp edge went deep into its chest. The wolf fell on top of Taeho. For a moment, he thought it was still alive. But then the red glow faded from its eyes. Winner Taeho, the human, announced Woojin. The arena was very quiet. The rich aliens were not cheering anymore. Some of them looked scared. Taeho stood up slowly. His burns hurt terribly, and he had new cuts from the wolf claws. But he was alive. As the guards came to get him, he heard the aliens talking. 2 fights, said Daksu. He has won 2 fights. Lucky again, said Lord Kilsu. But his voice did not sound confident anymore. Maybe we should change our bets, said another alien. No, shouted Lord Kilsu. The next fight will finish him. The psychic opponent will break his mind. Back in his cell, Hyan Wu was waiting with good news. I heard about your fight, he said. Very clever, using the power cables. Bora told me about them, said Taeho. Ah, the blue girl. She is helping you more than she should. Be careful. If Lord Kilsu finds out, I know. Soyoung came to check on Taeho's injuries. She was very quiet while she worked. What is wrong? Asked Taeho. Your body's getting weaker, she said. The fighting is using up your strength faster than you can recover. And there's something else. What? I heard the guards talking. Lord Kilsu tried to poison your food before the second fight. Someone stopped him who I do not know, but you have a friend somewhere who is watching out for you. That night, Biora came to his cell again. She looked scared. Lord Kilsu is getting desperate, she whispered. He bet everything on you losing. His money, his ships, even his home planet. If you win the tournament, he will have nothing left.
What?
About the other aliens? Some of them are starting to bet on you now. They think you might actually win. But Lord Kilsu is trying to convince them you just got lucky. Tell me about the psychic opponent. His name is Minho. He's not from this galaxy. His people can get inside your mind and make you see things that are not real. They make you scared or confused until you cannot fight anymore. How do I beat someone like that? I do not know. But Teho, there is something you should know. Minho does not want to fight you. What do you mean? I read his mind when he was brought here. He's a prisoner too, just like us. They force him to fight by threatening to hurt his family. This was new information, but Ho had thought all his opponents were willing fighters. Is there a way to help him? Maybe. If you can resist his mental attacks long enough, you might be. Able to talk to him? He speaks your language. What did you mean when you said someone stopped Lord Kilsu from poisoning me? Biora smiled a little. There are more people helping you than you know. Some of the guards do not like Lord Kilsu. Some of the servants want to see the slaves freed. Even some of the robots are on your side. Sayong? Yes? And others?
Word
is spreading through the station. People are talking about the human who might beat the rich aliens. You are giving hope to everyone who has been treated badly. After Biora left, Teho thought about what she had said. He was not just fighting for Biora's freedom anymore. He was fighting for everyone who had been enslaved or mistreated. The third fight would be the hardest yet. A psychic opponent who could attack his mind directly. But maybe, if Biora was right, he could find a way to win without destroying another prisoner. 3 fights down, 2 to go. The rich aliens were getting worried, and their confidence was breaking. But Teho knew. The worst was still ahead. His body was failing, but his determination was stronger than ever. The third fight came 12 hours later. Teho barely slept. His burns felt like fire, and his inside organs hurt worse than before. Sol Young's medicine was not helping much anymore. This is it, said Hyan Wu when the guards came. Psychic fight. Remember, your mind is your own. Do not let him control it. I will try, said Teho. No, said Han Wu firmly. Do not try. Do humans have strong minds? Use that strength. The weapon room was different this time. Most of the weapons were gone. Only simple things remained. A knife, a club, a rope. Mental fights do not need big weapons, explained the guard. Pick something light. Teho chose the knife. It was small but sharp. In the arena, the rich aliens looked nervous. Many of them were not betting as much money as before. Some were even betting on Teho to win. This is foolish, Lord, Kilsu told them. The psychic will destroy his mind. Humans have weak brains. But Daksu shook his head. I have been watching this human carefully. Nothing about him is weak. Biora was serving drinks, but she stayed close to Teho's side of the arena. She whispered to him as she walked by. Remember, Minho does not want to fight. He is scared too. On the other side of the arena, a door opened. Minho walked out slowly. He was tall and thin, with pale skin and large black eyes. He looked sad and tired. Fighters, prepare, shouted Wu Jin. This is a fight until surrender or death. Minho looked across the arena at Teho. Even from far away, Teho could feel something touching his mind. It was like cold fingers trying to get inside his head. Human, said Minho. His voice sounded inside Teho's mind, not in his ears. I am sorry. I do not want to hurt you, but they will kill my family if I do not try. I understand, Teho thought back. Do what you must, but I will not give up easily. Begin, shouted Wu Dash-jin. Immediately, Teho's world changed. The arena disappeared. He was standing in a dark forest. Strange sounds came from all around him. Red eyes watched him from behind the trees. This is not real, Teho told himself. It is just in my mind. but the fear felt real. His heart was beating fast. Sweat ran down his face. Somewhere in the distance, he could hear Bior's voice calling his name. A monster stepped out from behind a tree. It looked like Dejan, but bigger and more terrible. Its stone skin was cracked and bleeding. Its eyes glowed like fire. "You killed me," the monster said. "Now I will kill you." The monster swung a massive fist at Tejo's head. Tejo tried to dodge, but his body felt slow and heavy. The fist hit him and knocked him down. "This is not real," Tejo said again. But the pain felt real. More monsters appeared. The cyber wolves, but now they were the size of horses. Their metal teeth were longer and sharper. They surrounded him, growling. "You are weak," they said. "You are dying. Give up now." Tejo tried to stand up, but his legs would not work. The burns on his body felt like they were getting worse. He could feel his strength leaving him. In the real arena, the aliens were cheering. They could see Tejo standing still, with his eyes closed. He was shaking and sweating. "It looked like he was losing, yes," shouted Lord Kilsu. "The psychic is breaking him." But Biora was worried. She could feel Tejo's mind fighting against Minho's attack. She knew he was in terrible pain. In the mental world, Tejo was on his knees. The monsters were getting closer. They were telling him he was weak, that he should give up, that he could never win. But then he remembered something. These were not his thoughts. They were what the aliens wanted him to think. They'd been telling humans they were weak for years. They'd been wrong every time. "No," said Tejo. He stood up slowly. "I am not weak." The monsters looked surprised. "I'm not dying," said Tejo, his voice getting stronger. "I am fighting." The dark forest began to fade. Tejo could see the real arena again, like looking through a dirty window. "You cannot resist," said the monsters. "We are in your mind. We control you." "Wrong," said Tejo. "This is my mind. I control it." He thought about Biora, thought about all the slaves who were depending on him. He thought about every human who had been captured and hurt by these aliens. The anger burned inside him like a fire. But it was not angry fire. It was determination fire. It was the fire that said humans do not give up. The monsters screamed and disappeared. The dark forest melted away. Tejo was back in the arena. Minho was staring at him with wide eyes. "How did you break free?" "No one has ever broken free." "Because you do not understand humans," said Tejo. "We do not break. We bend, but we do not break." Minho tried again. This time Tejo saw himself falling into a deep pit, but he knew it was not real. He imagined wings on his back and flew out of the pit. "Stop fighting me," said Minho desperately. "Let me win. They will hurt my family." "No," said Tejo. "I will help you save your family, but first you have to trust me." Tejo walked across the arena toward Minho. The aliens were shouting, confused about what was happening. "What is he doing?" asked Daksu. "The psychic should have broken his mind by now," said Lord Kil-Su. When Tejo got close to Minho, he did something no one expected. He dropped his knife. "I surrender my weapon," he said loudly. "But I do not surrender the fight." Minho looked confused. "What are you doing?" "Trust me," said Tejo quietly. "Attack my mind one more time. But this time, let me show you something." Minho reached into Tejo's mind again. But instead of seeing fear or pain, he saw something else. He saw Tejo's memories of Earth. He saw humans helping each other, fighting for each other, never giving up on each other. "We can save your family," Tejo told him through the mental link. "But we have to work together. Pretend to knock me out. When I fall down, I will grab your leg and pull you down too. We will both fall. Then we both surrender at the same time. They will call it a tie. Yes. And by the rules, we both live. No one dies today." Minho was quiet for a moment. Then Tejo felt the psychic attack fade away. "Do it now," said Te-Ho. Minho raised his hands like he was using his power. Tejo pretended to be hit by a mental attack, fell backwards. But as he fell, he grabbed Minho's leg and pulled him down too. They both hit the ground at the same time. "I surrender," shouted Tejo. "I surrender," shouted Minho. The arena was completely silent. No one knew what to do. Wu Jin looked confused. This This is a tie. Both fighters surrendered at the same time. What does that mean? Asked Doksu. By the rules, both fighters live. The tournament continues, but with a different fourth opponent. Lord Kilsu was furious. This is cheating. The human should be dead. The rules are clear, said Wujin. No cheating occurred. As the guards helped both fighters to their feet, Minho whispered to Taeho, "Thank you. No one has ever shown me kindness in this place." "We look out for each other," said Taeho. "That is what humans do." Back in his cell, Taeho collapsed on his bed. His body was at its limit. 3 fights done, 2 more to go. "That was brilliant," said Hyan Wu. "You saved both your lives." "The 4th fight will be worse," said Taeho. "I do not know if I can survive it." "You have surprised everyone so far. Maybe you will surprise them again." That night, Biora came to see him. She was crying. "I felt what happened in your mind," she said. "The pain you went through, but you did not break." "Humans do not break," said Taeho. "Lord Kilsu is going crazy. He lost more money today. He was planning something terrible for the 4th fight." "What kind of terrible?" "I do not know yet. But Taeho, even if you lose now, you have already won something important." "What?" "Hope everyone on this station knows about you now. The human who would not give up, the human who saved his enemy instead of killing him, you have given us all hope." Taeho smiled, even though his body hurt terribly. 2 more fights. Then Biora would be free, and all the other slaves too. He had come this far. He would not stop now.